Hello, Kim Himes here with eXp Realty. Today I'm going to share a top agent secret with you. Have you been wondering if it is too late to sell your house in the DFW area? You're going to see my dog's head poking up here. This is Nala, and she's going to help drop some knowledge on you here, so stay tuned. So you've been wondering, am I too late? It's already July. We're halfway through this year. I'm sure that all the homes that are going to be sold have been sold already. So, it's probably too late for me to get top dollar for my house. How do I do that anyway? And should I sell by owner or should I not? And just how many people am I going to be competing against? And how many days on market am I going to be? So here it comes, y'all. Here's all the answers. Let's start with a little trip through memory lane. What was the month of June like? Here you go. So in the month of June, we had in the entire MLS in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, where I am, your Texas Realtor. And listen, real quick, you can look for me I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Google, my business page. You can find me all those places, and I'll drop links below for all that. So just, I'd love it if you'd subscribe, give me a little love, because I'm about to give you a little love in terms of knowledge. So anyway, here we go. No further ado. Dallas-Fort Worth area. So in the entire MLS, this is going to be, the whole Metroplex and the surrounds. Okay. The supply was 1.3, that's 1.3, so 0.3 of a month, inventory. And then we had in Collin County 1 month's worth, and in Dallas County. Okay, so let's talk about the change from May to June, because I just gave you the stats for June in terms of the whole inventory, but the change from May to June was in the whole MLS, it was almost 3,000 were added from May to June. So the inventory picked up a little bit in June. And then in Collin County, that was an additional 300 homes. And in Dallas County, that was an additional 500 homes. So, a little more inventory to choose from. We need some relief out there because a balanced market is like 3 to 6 months of inventory. When we see that, things will be a lot better. You won't be paying these outrageous, crazy prices. It'll just be a more normalized market. But right now, it is still, I hate to use the word, crazy. That's what everybody uses these days. So, okay, well, that's what you got here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So that being said, if you sold your house now, you are going to have a little bit more competition. But that brings us to days on market. And you're thinking to yourself, days on market are going to be nothing because there's no inventory. And you would be correct. Days on market over the MLS, the whole MLS were 6 days. And days on market for Collin County, where I live, 5 days. And days on market for Dallas County, 6 days again. So 5 to 6 days is all that you can expect to be sitting on the market. So for you for sale by owners out there, if you're on the market more than 5 to 6 days, there's something wrong with your marketing. So you're not getting those eyeballs on your property. And yes, the MLS is a big piece of that. That we drop that in the MLS, and then we get the whole range of people getting to look at it. But that's not all there is. That's not all there is to marketing. And in this other video that I had put out earlier, which you can find there, you will, or if it's not there, it's in the description below, but you will find a great marketing, just a little I dropped some knowledge on you in terms of top tips for marketing there. So it's a good one to check out as well. And I didn't tell you before, but I've also put a link to a seller's guide in the description below, which is going to give you all the goods, all the top tips on what you need to do if you're going to sell your home, whether it's selling your home on your own or whether it's selling your home with a top real estate professional like me in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I'd love to help you. And again, my name is Kim Himes, your Texas Realtor, and I hope you're learning a lot from this video. And if you are, I'd love it if you would subscribe and like this video and give me some love so I can continue pushing my content out there to the world. I like to think of the world, but I'm happy with my little Dallas-Fort Worth area. So if you're moving into the area, I'd love to meet you too. Okay, one more stat for you, and then I'm going to let you go. And that is, what is the average sales price right now in this area? So average sales price over the entire MLS was $337,000. So that's still a pretty modest price point where people could get in to the market fairly easily with that. And but in Collin County, where I live, the average price for homes is $440,000. That is nuts. That is a huge increase over a year ago. So that tells you two things. Number one, if you're in that price point, yay. Number two, if you bought your house maybe 2-3 years ago, I bet you didn't pay that for it, $440,000. But if you contact me, we will find out what that puppy's worth, and you might just need to cash in on the bank that is your house. No more house, no more bank in my house. Let me get the money out and let me take it and put it in the actual bank. It's a good idea, right? So I hope this was really helpful for you, and I hope that you've seen that I'm a numbers geek. I love to know my numbers, and it helps tremendously in terms of learning how to price your home to put it, where you're going to be competitive on the market. This is a very competitive market in terms of buyers trying to get in, and in terms of sellers, you're not sitting there long on the market, but there's all kinds of things that buyers are doing right now. Here comes another top tip. It's the buyer's agents, maybe it's the buyers themselves directing it. I'm not sure, but if you're a seller out there, you got to be careful. You really need the guidance of a real estate agent. I'm telling you that as, just one friend to another friend, that, there's some things going on out there. Desperation, what's that phrase? Desperate times, desperate measures. Let's just wrap it up that way. And sometimes we're seeing some things out there as listing agents, because I just had 2 listings go under contract, that the buyers need to be carefully screened, because you want to make sure that you're getting the proper information before you pull your house off the market. And that first 2 weeks, really it's the first week, but it's the first 2 weeks are critical. And let's say that you go off the market because you get this amazing over list price, incredible over list price offer. And you say, yeah, let's take that one. I like it. And your agent didn't do the proper vetting to figure out if it's a real offer or a not so real offer. And here you go, you take your house off the market, boop, boop. The status is changed in the MLS, boop, boop. And then, dun, 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 it's not what it seemed. There was something awry, whether it was a buyer who really couldn't afford the house, or terms that just really couldn't happen, or whatever, the buyer wasn't pre-qualified properly, and maybe the agent didn't know, maybe the agent did know. But the deal is they won. And guess what? You lost, because you're the seller who took your home off the market. And now you got to have that terrible tag B, which is back on market in the MLS. When it comes back on the market, the questions are raised. Maybe if someone loved it and was watching it and didn't get it during that competitive, first couple of hours on the market, or 24 hours, and they weren't the chosen one. Now they see your home come back on the market, and they're either, yay, I get another chance at it, or they're wonder what's wrong. Why is it back on the market after a week? Must have been a terrible inspection report. Must have been something they found. It must have flooded in the meantime, or it must have been, the lipstick on a pig idea that, it was just all cosmetic. And now when they found out the real deal and had some time to go back and check it out after the frenzy was over, now they found out it's not exactly what it seemed. There's something wrong with that house. I'm not making an offer on that house. I'm going to go check out a new listing, which there aren't that many coming on the market, but there are still some. And it's an increase from June to July, as I've told you. In June, we had an additional, 3,000 added to the market on the MLS. So if you're a seller out there and you're thinking, is now the time to get the highest possible price I could on this house that we have seen in my lifetime. Now, I don't know if it's going to remain the same. I don't know if it's going to be different in the future, but right now it is for your largest asset, your probable largest asset, it is the time to get the largest return on that investment right now. I would do it right now while this perfect storm is here. So please contact me. Again, my information is linked in the description below, or you can reach out to me here on YouTube. You can reach out to me on Facebook, and definitely like me here on this channel, and I will get back to you. I will find you. If you just raise your hand a little, I'll find you and I'll help you. So I'm looking forward to working with you. Kim Himes, eXp Realty. And remember, I'm your Texas Realtor and looking forward to working with you. Thank you so much. Bye.